Welcome to a short video on how to burn resin incense on charcoal using a charcoal burner. The secret is to use a little salt. Now, it's important that you use a heat-proof disc or even a pot holder underneath it, because particularly if it's metal, this is going to get very hot and it would burn a table. Remove one disc, and you can use tongs to keep your fingers from getting dirty, but that's not the end of the world. And you're going to light this. And you want to light it all around. And it'll start to shimmer and pop. We're going to leave that here. That's the other reason to use tongs, if you have them available. And we're going to let this sit now for about 3 minutes. Welcome back. We've actually gone for about 5 minutes, and you can see the incense is now a little gray. We're going to take just a little bit of salt. This helps it burn longer and also shields the resin from the most intense heat. You can spread that out a little bit if you have tongs, so that you avoid a burned or acrid smell. And you can start with just 1 or 2 beads of the resin. We'll wait just about a minute, maybe a little longer with the salt, and it will begin to smoke. This is now hot to the touch. I've paused the camera for less than a minute, and you may be able to see the smoke coming up. Started to be able to smell it before it started actually incensing, and it's making a small hissing sound. Now, as time goes, that will begin to burn away. And if you have better aim than that, you might be able to go through this. Be very careful. I wouldn't put this directly on the table. But then you could move those. They'll be sticky. And place a new set. Finally, using the tongs to replace. If you don't have tongs, just use a dish towel or something to grasp it. This will be fine to leave as long as it's on a fireproof base. Again, be very careful not to touch it. It will burn fingers. The salt will help it last, and you can replenish it for as long as you'd like. Not very much incense, though, will go a very long way to making your entire space feel consecrated and actually be cleansed. The smoke, particularly of the frankincense, the boswellia resin, has antidepressant and anxiolytic properties, as well as anti-inflammatory properties. The last thing that I'll show you is you could take a small piece of the resin, and then this is actually just placed in the mouth and chewed like gum in many cultures. I've sent you organic resin, and that's one of the reasons that I make sure that I always buy the organic. The other thing that's often done in Middle Eastern countries is to take this piece and put it in a glass of water and then sip on that water all day. So those are 3 different ways that you can use this resin. I hope that it makes your space feel the way you want it to feel.